People usually agree about what words mean, but there's always the potential for misunderstanding. If you ask a grocer for a bunch of bananas, you might get 3 or you might get a dozen. Extra fruit isn't much of a problem, but in a commercial contract, a dispute over meaning can be expensive. In Joyner versus Adams, the disputed word was development, and the question of interpretation was worth over $90,000. Let's see how the courts addressed this potentially costly misunderstanding. In 1972, Marguerite Joyner leased a tract of land to a developer, Brown Investment Company. Brown was to subdivide the land, construct office buildings on the lots, and lease the buildings to subtenants. Brown was to pay rent to Joyner at a base rate that would escalate each year based on a government price index. In 1975, J.R. Adams took over from Brown as the developer. In the process, Joyner and Adams modified the lease. The modified lease required Adams to pay a flat rental rate and suspended the rent escalation until September 30, 1980. By that date, Adams was to have developed the entire tract of land. If Adams failed to do so, he would have to retroactively pay Joyner the escalated rent. When the deadline arrived, Adams had constructed and subleased buildings on all of the lots except one. The remaining lot had no building, but Adams had completed the grading, installed water and sewer lines, and built the necessary roads and driveways. In Joyner's view, the term development in the modified lease required Adams to complete the building on the final lot by the deadline. Because Adams had failed to do so, Joyner demanded the escalated rent. Adams refused to pay because he believed that the term development merely required him to have the final lot ready for construction. Joyner sued Adams in the North Carolina state courts. The trial court found that the rent escalation provision was ambiguous. The court also found that Adams had drafted the modified lease. Thus, the court construed the ambiguity against Adams and awarded Joyner $93,000. Adams appealed to the North Carolina Court of Appeals.